Hello, in my previous video, I showed you how can you assign resources in a simple way, and it was explained the maximum units or the units which will be assigned if you go with simple resource assignment. Now, same example, different kind of assigning resources. First of all, we have John's task, Mary's task, developer's task, and shared task. Let us rewind here on view on resource sheet, and we will see that we have John, Mary, and developers. Maximum units for John is 100%, for Mary 50%, and for developers 1000%, which means that we have 10 resources. Now, let's say that we want assign John to his task, but only with 50%, and Mary with 25%, but for developers, we want to assign them, let's say, 500%, so we want to assign 5 developers to the task. As we know from my previous video, it is impossible to do it here, because if I want to John to assign with 50%, and if I put here John, John will be assigned with 100%, Mary will be assigned with 50%, and developers were going to be assigned with 100% as well. So here is not the place where I can achieve what I want. For that purpose, I'm going to use here, I will select the task, I can click wherever I want on the task, and I will use Resource tab and Assign Resources. So here I will see all my resources, but here I can choose who I want and how much units do I want for the task. So I am here at John's task, which can be seen here, John's task, and I will choose John, and I will say 50%, and I will click to assign. As you can see, when I close that, John is assigned with 50%. Now Mary, I want her to be assigned on her task with 25%. I'm going to choose Assign Resources. I will choose Mary, and I will put here 25, which means 25%. Okay, close. Here is Mary with 25%. Now, developers, I told that I want, let's say, 5 of them, so 500%. Same thing here, Assign Resources, and I will choose developers, 500%. Okay, assign. Now, close, everything looks fine. But let's say that for shared task, I want to assign John with 50%, Mary with 25%, and developers with 500%. So John is now assigned to his task, Mary to her task, developers to their task, and I want to assign all of them to shared task. Okay. And this should be shared task, not tasks, singular. Okay, let's go here. Let's go to the resources tab. Let's go to assign resources. And I will say, okay, 500%, 50%, and finally 25%. Okay, they're assigned, close. And you will see that developers, John and Mary, are assigned as I wanted. Be aware, if you assign, for example, someone with 100%, those percentage is not going to be shown here. So, for example, if I put to the task A, John with 100%, let's say 5 days, okay, assign resources, and I choose John, and I put here 100% and assign, I will see here only John. It means that he is assigned 100%. And you can see that John is overallocated. Why is that? Let me erase this task. Since John has 100% of maximum unit, Mary 50%, and developers 100%, it means that in total per day, John can work 100%. But here he's supposed to work on two tasks, on his own and on shared task. But since he is assigned only with 50% of his total availability, which is 100%, he has another 50% available to work on other tasks. So he can be assigned here with 50%. The same thing is with Mary. Mary is supposed to work 50% until she gets overallocated, and we split her availability on two tasks. Mary's task, which is 25%, and here Mary's task, shared task, which is 25% as well. In total, this is 50%, and she is not overallocated. And the last thing, developers, they have 1,000% in total, and they are on developers task 500% assigned, and to share task also 500%, and they are not overallocated yet. How can they be overallocated, and how to handle overallocation will be covered in one of my next videos. Until then, I have to tell you that you now know how to assign resource in a simple way, in a more complicated way here with resources and assign resource. But there is a question. Okay, we assign John 50%, Mary 25%, etc., etc. But what happens? The only thing what we see is here who is assigned to which task and how much units if he, she, or they are going to spend on the task. But what's the point of that? The point is that when you assign resource or resources to a task, you have work. And that is the object of my and our next video, which will be called the work. Until then, have a nice day and goodbye.